What's up, you guys? I'm here with a new video today. I'm here to finally bring you guys my San Jose Regional deck profile. I ended up getting my invite to the 2019 Nationals with this deck. I posted about it. You guys already know. Unfortunately, I did not top the event. I was very close, believe it or not. At round 5, I was undefeated. It's been a long time coming since I actually performed that well at an event. Also, I played a deck I wanted to play. I had a lot of options on the table that I could have played, and I actually did play on the Pasadena Regional a couple weeks ago. However, I just did not have a good tournament experience at all. I played Altergeist at that event. I had main deck cherries, everything to play to beat Goki. I didn't play a single Goki. I played nothing but Rogue all day. I played like 3 dinosaurs, Draco, this deck, like before this deck got really good. I played like all these weird matchups, and I played the mirror. Like, it was just a terrible tournament experience, and I just didn't do well at that event. I'm not even gonna front. I didn't do well at that event. I was actually kind of salty just for the fact that, you know, I played that deck thinking it would have a really good matchup across the board, that I play a lot of Goki, and it just didn't happen. But this time I listened to, you know, my gut, and I played what I wanted to play. And what I did play, you guys, is 45 card Mekk-Knight Invoked Striker. I want to give a big shout out to, of course, my brother Johnny and my brother Rob Loa. If it wasn't for them, I wouldn't have been able to arrive at this list. They actually been helping me a lot with the list. You guys already know Johnny topped with 50 cards. I just couldn't do 50. I just couldn't find, like, I couldn't play his exact list. I didn't agree 100% with all the cards he played, but I talked to Rob about the deck a lot, and he gave me a lot of good insight on it. So this is what I ended up playing. I'll go over the deck, then I'll go over my matches. I actually had some really memorable matches. Also, I was a bounty at this event. I walked away with 7 packs of Cybernetic Horizon. So we're going to open those 2, which was really cool. You guys, if you guys saw my boy T-Wiz's deck profile, he was also a bounty. We actually played each other round 1, so it was kind of crazy. But I'm going to get into the deck profile and explain my card choices. I know you guys have been wanting to see it. So without further ado, this is what I played. I ended up going X3. I started off 4-0. Then I lost 2 straight, which actually got me really salty, but I'll explain that when we go through the matches. So to start off, of course, we played 3 Alistair, the new secrets. This card is, you know, the heart and soul of the deck. This is what you want to see, like, every time, you know, your deck's playing to go second, but you always want this to be your normal summon. You know, get your invocation and, you know, start doing your thing. This is the best 1-card engine in the game. This card is just amazing. I think it looks amazing as secret too. So, no, don't really need to explain Alistair. So for my Mekk-Knights, I played 3 copies of purple, 2 copies of blue, and 1 copy of Indigo Eclipse. This was the exact ratio I played at YCS Memphis when Johnny and I both almost topped that YCS. I actually went back to this. So originally when I was playing more cards, I was actually up to 48 cards at one point, almost 50 like Johnny's, but I ended up cutting Red Moon, and the reason is I kept running into the same issue I had with Red Moon since the beginning of playing this deck, and that was that, like, that card doesn't do anything. All it is a 2300 vanilla, basically. Like, you need to have a Mekk-Knight in the grave for it to actually do anything, and it also needs to be summoned into that monster's column to pop it. And I realized every time that was happening, I was losing. Every time I summoned that card, I was losing the game, and I was just trying to do something cute to get back into the game. And in all honesty, that's not how I wanted to play the deck. I wanted to play Mekk-Knights the way I played them in Memphis because I performed really well at that event, and I wanted to do the same thing. So I decided to go back to this ratio. I felt 3 purple was 100% correct, 2 blue was perfect, and Indigo, you guys already know, and it was perfect all day. I didn't overdraw Mekk-Knights. I saw them when I needed to, and they just were perfect. This was actually the perfect ratio. If I were to play one more Mekk-Knight, I think I go back and forth if I would want to play Red Moon or if I would want to play Yellow Star, and honestly, I think I'm going to test Yellow Star because there are some floodgates that are a problem for this deck, but you guys will see some of the cards I'm maining. Floodgates were actually not a problem for me this regional. So that's it for the Mekk-Knights. My hand traps, I just played the 3 Ash and the 3 Ogre. I also played 3 Impermanent, so a total of 9. These cards were great all day. No complaints. I wouldn't, you know, swap any of them out. However, 2 of my losses were to Goki, and the thing is that with Midbreaker Field, this card sucks. This card's good. Unfortunately, when they had Midbreaker Field, I had Ogre and Impermanence. It was just unfortunate. But I'm thinking of possibly testing Droll again. I know Droll hasn't seen that much popularity and that it's only really good in Trickstar, but I felt like I need a card that's like a blanket card. The problem with Ogre, it's not a blanket card. At least Ash can, you know, trade with something, and at least cards like you know, Droll and Lockbird are blanket cards that work for the whole turn. So I actually think I'm going to possibly test Droll because I do actually really like Raijin in the deck. So it gives me another element to work with. But yeah, no, I mean, these were good all day. Like I ogred a lot of multi-rolls. I ogred, you know, just problematic things that got in the way. So this was good. I also played against True Draco, so this card was really good too. And then for my last two monsters, believe it or not, the weakest monsters in the deck were the two Phantom Skyblaster. Of course, I got this idea originally from Rob, and then I saw Johnny play it. And, you know, I tested it, and I'll be honest, you guys, I'm not really a fan of this card. A lot of people like this card. They say this is your scapegoat on legs that you can summon, you know, use in the same turn. The problem I have, though, I personally feel like in this deck, if you're summoning anything besides Alistair, what is your deck doing? And I say that because every time I drew these, I was conflicted. It was like, well, I have to summon Alistair. Alistair is my deck, and there was only one time this did anything, and it was when I didn't draw Alistair, and it made a Link 2. It literally, like, made a Link 2, so it really didn't do anything. I actually had one crazy scenario where I Desired away all three Alistairs, and then I summoned this with a token, and I made, I, like, linked into Link Spider, and then I made, the Alistair, the Mad Invoker, and then I fused that way, but it was still just really subpar. I actually don't know if I'll keep playing this, to be honest. I wanted to play Scapegoat. I know that's crazy, and I'll probably, you know, change my mind eventually. I'm sure there's more broken combos with this, but this wasn't as broken as I thought it would be, but, I mean, it was in there nonetheless. So that was it for the monsters, 17 monsters. Everything performed well. Skyblaster was just mediocre, but, I mean, it was never bad, so it wasn't the worst card, but I just don't know if I play it again. I gotta test it more, but... And this was actually my first time playing the deck at the regional, so I only practiced a little bit on Dueling Net or Dueling Books, so other than that, I mean, I didn't get that much testing, but I was very confident with the deck since I was familiar with Mekk-Knights. But on to the spells. Playing 45 cards, I had to play 3 Pot of Desires. I originally was playing 2. I was like, no, this card's Pot of Greed. I need to play this card. You play this card smart, you're never going to have any issues, except that one time where I banished all 3 Alistairs. But everyone forgets Alistair, the Mad Invoker, is Alistair on the field, so you can still fuse with it, even though it's something you really don't want to do, but you have that option. I just felt that Pot of Desires is too good a card. Like, I have to play it. I've always been a fan of this card. I don't care what anyone says. This card's amazing. And, yeah, it was never really bad for me. I never banished both Invocations. I only played 2, believe it or not, but it was never bad, so... Desires was basically a staple. And you can just set it. You can start your columns. Another MVP package was, of course, the Striker package. I had to play the Engages, and I had to play the Hornet Drones. So what was really broken about this was not only being able to set Engage, you know, summon Mekk-Knight Purple, banish Mekk-Knight Purple to search, and then activate Engage to really throw my opponent off, but it's just how broken Hornet Drones is. This card really does need to get hit. I can't tell you how many times I actually resolved Engage and drew a card because of all the spells we play in the deck. We play a lot of powerful spells in this deck, so this engine was amazing. I originally was playing Afterburners. I actually started off with a 40-card build, you guys, and I eventually went down to, I went up to 48, I went to 50 to try Johnny's build, I went down to 48, back 46, and then I eventually got it to 45 and where I liked it, so this was just really solid all day. These cards are just really, really good. This token generator card is insane, so no complaints at all with that. That engine is nuts. And then probably one of the MVPs was definitely 3 Mind Control. This card is insane. Sets a call, you know, you set your column with your Mekk-Knight, then you just take your opponent's monster, and then you just go in. And I mean, this card is so good against pure Sky Striker. You just take away their guy, and they're just kind of like, oh, and you just link away into your guy. So it was nuts. This card got rid of a lot of problematic monsters. Really good in my Draco matchup. I had one Draco matchup round 8, and it was kind of a hard matchup. And Mind Control came through for me because even though they were able to chain their guy, I still got their guy on my side of the field and then linked away with it. And I knew they didn't have the return, so I was able to, you know, keep going. So this card was nuts. I definitely still would play it at 3. But hands down, and I'm not kidding you guys, the MVP spell card of my entire deck was 3 main deck Twin Twisters. Shout out to Rob, shout out to Johnny, Denny, everyone. This card was insane. This card was hands down the best card. I can't tell you, you know, being a going second deck, I actually lost a lot of die rolls, which, I mean, honestly was fine with me because I just wanted to go second anyway. This was so good against my Pure Striker matchup that I had with Alex, aka T-Wiz. This card was just so good against Draco. It won me against Draco game 3 because I drew it off of Engage, off of the extra draw, and I just cleared the last of his back row and I just played through. This was also broken my round 4 when I was at table 1 against Paleo. Yeah, Paleo was at table 1 and table 2. I was playing the one at table 1. and in game 3, I Twin Twisted him, and he flipped his Scapegoat, and then I just Purgatrioed him for game, so this card was nuts. This got rid of so many problematic Floodgates. Floodgates never really shut me down. I almost got Anti-Spelled. I had the Twin Twister. I almost got Imperial Order, or I didn't get Imperial Order, but I got Rivalried a lot, and this card just was amazing. I feel it's a staple in this deck, honestly, with all the back row going around, all the Floodgates. Sucks against Goki, but it's an easy side out. Rest of the spells, 3 Called by the Grave. This card's insane. Like, this card does so much for the deck, not only being able to shut down hand traps, but whenever they try to do anything cute, you know, this is like a DD Crow, so this card is just really, really solid. I'm really glad I played this card. It got Twin Twisted once, and I just chained and got rid of one of their guys, so it was good to put another spell in the grave for when I engage next turn, so no complaints at all. Definitely Called by the Grave is necessary with all the hand traps going around. Ash really hurts this deck if they know what card to Ash. Rest of the spells, I played 2 copies of Meltdown and 2 copies of Terraforming. This is standard. I wouldn't max out on these. You really don't want to see that many Meltdowns. You have plenty of ways to Alistair. Like, this was perfect. It never bricked. It never clunked. It was literally the perfect ratio, so I was very happy with it. And then to go with that, I played the 2 copies of Invocation. Invocation, you guys already know. I would always, you know, do my best to search Invocation before using Desires, and it was great. And then, believe it or not, the all-star of the show really was Book of the Law. I don't think people really understand, but if I'm resolving Book of the Law, I'm probably winning that turn because I'm summoning, you know, I'm summoning another fusion guy in the battle phase, and I'm going to use it to win. And I actually play the card that no one plays, and I don't understand why. Every list I've seen doesn't play basically the vanilla guy, and the vanilla guy is how I won all my games, because every time that field is up, you have 18, 25, and then you have 4,000 from that, and I believe that's 8,300 if my math is correct, but every time I resolved it, it was an OTK, and I OTK'd a lot of my opponents game 1 because they didn't see this coming, so this card was nuts. And then that's it for the spells, a lot of spells, and then my only trap was 3 impermanents. I decided, you know, this was the best trap to main deck. It was another hand trap. It was my other 3 hand traps. Sucks against mid-breaker field, but good in every other situation. Its effect to, you know, lock back row was okay. It didn't really come up that much, but it was just good for veiling things. I actually won a game against Goki because I was able to impermanence the Invoker, and that was really, really solid. I think I even impermanenced Armageddon Knight, so they couldn't do their whole, like, malicious combo, so really, really good. But yeah, that is it for the main deck. That's 45 cards, you guys. We'll go on to the extra deck next. Of course, my tokens. I didn't know you can't double sleeve these. That was my bad. I got a deck check round 5, and they said, yeah, you can't double sleeve your tokens. I'm stupid. I didn't know that, but yeah. Anyways, extra deck. For the fusions, I played 2 copies of Makaba. That's standard. That's my main negate. 1 Purgatrio. I only play 1 because I'm only summoning it when it's game. 1 Raijin. This was a good flex spot. Kagari into Hayate. Hayate being win came up a lot, and then making Raijin is really good. You just book the problematic monster. This card was actually really solid for me. I summoned it like 3 times, and it was really good. Gives you just another target for Book of the Law as well. But the all-star was what is it? Megalancia. Yeah, Megalancia. No one plays this card. I don't understand why. I know you guys are like, oh, it's just a vanilla. It doesn't do anything. But that's exactly it. This card is 3,000 attack points, 3,300 defense if you're on the defensive. But when you summon this card, you're winning the game that turn, because this plus Alistair is 4,000. That's half their life. If you had a Makaba before, that's 65. What is it? Yeah, that's 65 with the no, 55. Let me see, 60. Yeah, 65. I'm so bad at math. It's 4,000. It's 65 with the damage, and then 18 makes 8,300. So yeah, I don't know why people aren't playing this card. The best thing about this card, you can't Widow Anchor because it's a vanilla, and I'm just surprised people weren't playing it. I mean, I don't know what else to say. Like, this card was just amazing for me all day, and it's actually really good against Goki because they're all Earth. I mean, a lot of times, you know, they're banishing them for the sword, but if you stop the mid combo, you can actually use their Earth guys. So that random interaction comes up, trust me. So that's it for the fusions. And then for the links, my extra deck changed a lot throughout the testing and building of this deck. Like, originally I was playing the Mekk-Knight links, and I changed them because they didn't do enough. I was only summoning them when I was losing, so I just cut them all around, and I played the Link Karibo and the Link Spider. This was mostly for Phantom Skyblaster, and also for, like, the Hornet Drone tokens. Like, it would come up randomly. Like, this came up to make Boro load and stuff like that, so they were good. They were in there. Making Link Karibo was cool, too. Like I said, I'm not gonna lie, I kind of want to play Scapegoat again. I know that could be counterproductive, but yeah, I mean, those are in there for that. Don't really need to explain that too much. And then the Sky Strikers, I only played 2. I only played Kagari and Hayate. That's all you need. Kagari to get back your token or your engage. To get your token, self-explanatory. Also, a Fire for Purgatrio. That's how I won at table 1 against a Paleo, was that I had made this first. Then I just, linked into this. And then I made a Purgatrio, and just, that was game. But yeah, this card's insane. That extra 15 really gets in there. The fact that it creates a zone to the corner is really important. And yeah, these cards are great all day. Don't play Shizuku. It's too slow. If you're summoning it, you probably lost. Like, no joke. Everyone has said that. It's 100% true. All-Star in all his power. Alistair, the Invoker of Madness. This card is so good. Like, it's so good. People say it's so subpar. I don't know how. This card is amazing. Like, literally, you literally just, summon it, you invocate, and, that's it. So, this card is the nuts. Like, I don't care what anyone says. Nightmare Goblin. It was there, for the combo, get an extra Alistair summon. Phoenix, pop back row. Unicorn, spin back row, or monsters. They were all good. I summoned all these cards, actually. And then, the last 2 cards, Saryuja. It was there for Phantom Sky Blaster. You can make it with the Sky Blaster tokens and everything. It never came up, but it was there. And then I don't own a Boral Sword, so I played Borreload. It actually won me several games because people couldn't get around it. So the one time I summoned it, though, at table 1, he just mind controlled it because he had taken my mind control with Totally Awesome. I knew it was going to happen, but he just linked away with it. So that was fine, and, it was fine. But yeah, play Boral Sword. You create more OTKs that way. But yeah, that's it for the extra deck. And then just the side deck. My side deck was good all day. I built it, just to, combat pretty much everything I expected. It's San Jose, it's California. You're going to get Rogue, you're also going to get Meta. So I had 3 Cyber Dragon and the Mega Fleet. I had no room in my extra deck to main Mega Fleet. I wanted all those cards. So this would go in against Goki going second. I would always go second against Goki. I think it's incorrect to go first. People told me there's a way to go first. I feel like you're kind of gambling like that. Yes, you can get Gunblard, and that's exactly what happened to me, but I definitely need to change my hand trap ratios to, be able to combat mid-breaker field more. But yeah, this was for that. I actually summoned a Cyber Dragon. I just tribute summoned for it to put in enough damage for game. MVP of the side deck, 2 Vanity's Fiend. I played my good friend Ken Kuo. You guys know he almost went to Worlds. He ended up getting 7th place at Nationals, and I was actually scared shitless to play him. I'm not even gonna lie to you guys. I knew he was playing Goki. I knew, he knew the deck inside and out, and I thought, oh man, this sucks. I lost a die roll. I ended up winning game 1 because I was able to OTK him because I ashed his Invoker, and he just passed, and I was able to do my play. Game 2, he kills me. Game 3, I summon this and literally attack through every Goki monster in his deck. He didn't draw his out to Vanity's Fiend, so this card was nuts. I use this card a lot to win a lot of games because people just didn't see it coming. You literally can just go Hornet Drone's token, make your Kagari or Shizuku or your Hayate, do whatever, and then tribute for this, and they have a hard time around it. Once you've established a Makaba in this, it's really hard for them to play. So this card was MVP. I might actually bump it up to 3. When they made me go first, I sided 3 Solemn Strike. This card was good. Just got rid of problematic cards. I didn't see it coming. It's probably the best card I could side going first. I couldn't really think of anything else. I would usually side these in when I was going first, depending on the matchup. These 5 were just good for going first, so yeah. Strike was good, though. Then 3 Red Reboot. This was for back row decks. This was mostly for the Paleo matchup and for Alter Guys. I didn't play any Alter Guys, but the one Paleo I played, that was that. And then the last card was 3 Evenly Matched. I actually didn't resolve Evenly Matched, but it was there. I originally had it in my main deck. I took it out. The cards I cut from my deck when it was 48 cards, I cut 2 Evenly Matched and a Red Moon. I just felt like this card, as good as it is, and I know this is a going second deck, the problem is this card sucks against Trickstar. It really sucks against Trickstar. A lot of times they're not ending on a lot, so you evenly them, they keep, 1 card, and they're still, in really good shape. You don't play any back row for their light stage to hit, so, I mean, this card was really subpar, against that matchup. I actually had tested a couple days before. I lost, 3 matches in a row to Trickstar, and I was like, how do I beat Trickstar? And I, edited the deck, and I was like, okay, now I feel better now that I don't have this card in the main deck. Obviously, it's broken against Draco, it's broken against all these other decks, but it's a better side deck card, in my opinion, so, yeah. But that is it for the deck, you guys. That is the side, the extra everything. I'll just do a quick recap for those of you that are wondering. But yeah, no, this deck was insane, all day. A lot of people were shocked I was playing this. They thought, Slim, why aren't you playing, as they said, a better deck? And I was like, I wanted to play what I wanted to play. And I feel like that's something that you can take away from this video is play what you want to play. This is still a meta deck, whether it's tier 2 or whatever people want to call it. This deck was just really good all day. It actually never bricked for me. Even banishing all 3 3 Alistairs off Desires, you can still resolve, you can still play Invocation because the link counts as Alistair. Like, I think a lot of people don't read that. Then they read the card, they're like, what? Like, yeah, it was insane. Like, these ratios were great. Again, the only card that I didn't care for was Phantom Skyblaster. So I might change that card, take it out completely, or do something. But I don't know. I might have to just test with it more. And then, of course, you know, everything else just flowed really good. I feel my hand traps probably need to change because, again, Midbreaker Field, hell of a card. But yeah, that was it for the main side and extra, you guys. I hope you guys enjoyed the deck profile. Now, real quick, I'm going to try to crack these open, keep this video is long, but hopefully you guys have stuck around to watch me open my bounty packs. Before I do that, I'm just going to get into my matches real quick. So, it was 9 rounds of Swiss. There was almost 400 players, like 375 players, I believe, but round 1, believe it or not, was against my friend Alex, aka T-Wiz. You guys already know. And he was playing pure Sky Strikers. This is the first time Alex and I have ever played. We have known each other for years, and we have never actually played a competitive game of Yu-Gi-Oh! At an event ever. We've never played at a YCS. We've never played at a regional. We've never gotten paired up. This was the first time we both got paired up when we were both bounties. He was playing pure Sky Striker. I actually won that match 2-1. I was able to OTK game 1. He bricked. Unfortunately, game 1 and game 3 he bricked. Game 2 he played perfectly, and you know, when your technical play is on point with Sky Strikers, you know, it really gets in there. And I lost that game really quick, but I was able to win round 1 against him, and I actually got 2 bounty packs since he was a bounty as well. But he also, I believe, got about the same amount of packs because we were only a couple spots under each other in the placing. So shout out to him for getting his invite too. So we've qualified for nationals. So I'm really happy. But yeah, that was awesome to play against him. Round 2, I played against Pendulums. I 2-0'd it. Unfortunately, he bricked as well. And just my deck being able to OTK and just push through everything and being able to Purgatrio, you know, pop everything was crazy. Round 3, I played against my friend Ken Kuo. You guys already know. And I miraculously won that match 2-1. I really thought I was going to get just destroyed, and in all honesty, like, I won that match because of Vanity's Fiend, so shout out to Vanity's Fiend for that. Round 4, your boy was actually at table 1. Yeah, I know, Slim at table 1. What? Slim, you're playing real Yu-Gi-Oh? Yeah, no, I was actually at table 1, you guys, and I played against one of my friends I played a long time ago, like 2011, 2012, but he still remembered me, so it was crazy. We had an amazing match. He was playing Paleozoic, which actually top 8'd our event, but yeah, I thought I was winning game 1, and out of nowhere, he just Boral Sworded me to death, and I lost, and then luckily I came back game 2, and then game 3, I Twin Twisted him, and he flipped Scapegoat. He didn't want to do it, but then I Purgatrioed him because I had made a Kagari, so I had the fire, and I had the Alistair, so I was very fortunate that I won that. So I was feeling good. I was 4-0 going into round 5, and then I got absolutely bodied by Lost World Dinos. The reason why was game 1, he won the die roll, so he went first. And, you know, he did, like, kind of like whatever things. He ended on a Dolka. I was looking at a Mekk-Knight in my hand, Indigo, and I was like, okay, I'm just going to run over the Dolka. I have a Twin Twister for the Lost World, so I'm feeling good about this. I draw for turn, and on when I go to standby phase, he literally just flips Sanctum and then Sice me, and I'm just like, yeah, and I just got destroyed. Like, I couldn't do anything against that deck, so I'm not even gonna lie, I got destroyed. Round 6 again, I got murdered by Goki. Like, I got Gumblard, Dolphin, U-linked, everything. I couldn't play Yu-Gi-Oh! At all. It was just a very sad match. I was 2-0'd very quickly. Even with my side deck, it was irrelevant, so can't even talk about that. So right there, I went from XO to X2. I was getting kind of on tilt, but I said, you know what, I gotta play out. I've still got 3 more rounds to play. Round 7, I played against Fluffle of all things, and luckily I had played against that deck before, and I knew exactly what to hit in that deck, so I won that 2-0. Round 8, I played against True Dracos. That was a matchup that I was thinking I was going to play more of. Luckily, it wasn't until the end of the rounds, and I was able to win that 2-1. Twin Twister is just an amazing card. And then round 9, I got destroyed again by my friend Sean. He played this really unique build of Gokis. He actually didn't U-link me. He Gumblarred me, and then he played some really crazy spice in game 2. Sorry about that, you guys. Video decided to die. I was just rambling too much. But yeah, anyways, that was my tournament experience. I ended up getting destroyed the last round. I ended X3. I got 35th place out of like 375 players, and I got my invites. I was very happy. But yeah, I got 7 bounty packs for being a bounty. It was awesome. I'd love to do it again. And I decided to hold on to these and open them for you guys here on camera. So we're going to get into it. I'm not expecting to pull anything good. There's only one card I want out of here, and it's Boral Sword because I actually don't have one yet. And for the 200th, I definitely need one. As I open these packs, though, I am going to tell you that I would definitely probably play this deck again. I loved it. I loved every part of it. It didn't brick at all for me, and it was just a great experience. So definitely something I'd consider. But yeah, we'll just go into these packs real quick, see what we pull. World Legacy Survivor, Sim something, I have no idea. Everyone makes fun of this card apparently. This was also a card Sean played. It was crazy when he was doing his combos. But yeah, again, like I'm not expecting a lot from these packs. There was actually a pack I'm supposed to shout someone out, and I'm going to save that one for the end. It's actually the people that provided the packs. It was awesome. I really like that they do this at regionals. So there's actually like you don't lose anything. Your packs don't stack up like at a YCS. You actually just every time you win, you get a pack. So it was awesome. But yeah, a lot of dignity stuff. Oh, there we go. A Danger, a Chupacabra. Very nice. We actually pulled an Ultra. Not bad. So very cool. Danger card. Ruin. Noble Knight card. Something. Sword and Crusadia. Don't sleep on Crusadia, you guys. The deck's scary. But yeah. So not bad. That's cool. Just getting another Ultra Rare. I don't know. I don't know what the ratios are people play Danger cards in because I haven't built Danger Dark Worlds yet. But it's pretty cool pulling that. But yeah, again, definitely try the deck out, you guys. I really, really enjoyed it. It was one of the best tournament experiences I've had in a while, so yeah. Oh, what do you know? A Cyberse Magician. Hey, 2 Ultra Rares. That's pretty dope. So that's nice. And then one of the incantations. People are trying to play these in Necros and like other stuff. So yeah, very cool. So yeah, not the worst packs like at all. Like getting Ultra Rares is pretty cool. I mean, a Boral Sword would be nice, but, you know, beggars can't be choosers, that's for sure. So, these packs were just awesome. One thing I really liked about this is it gave me more incentive to play. Like, it was like, I'm playing for something. Like, oh my god, I keep pulling a bunch of Ultras, you guys. Like, this is nuts, actually. That's 3 Ultras in a row. Realm of Darkness. Realm of Danger. Like, that's, like, insane. Like, all these Ultras. Like, I don't know what's happening, but yeah. So far, we've gotten 3 Ultras. Like, wow. Like, I don't know if they're the best Ultras. They're probably not, but I mean, still. See if the trend continues. That's, like, insane, actually. Like, wow. These packs just really like me. We pull one of these like every pack too. These little mini Borals. Contact Gate. Oh no, okay. Wee Witch's Apprentice and another Ruin. But yeah, for a while we were just on a roll with that. Crazy. I know this video is long, you guys. Don't worry. This way you'll fully understand the deck. And I mean, if you guys don't want to watch a pack opening, you don't have to. But still pretty cool being a bounty. World Legacy Memory, Crusadia Vanguard, and Crusadia Maximus, and another Sim Tambler. So yeah, and last pack, a shout out to the sponsors that were able to actually put this on. It was awesome. They're actually from Salt Lake City, and I really appreciate, you know, them, you know, just being able to give out the packs. And shout out to the guy who selected this pack. We're going to see if your pack is the luckiest pack of all. You hand selected it. I had him hand selected because it was my last pack of the day, and we'll see if it actually pulls broken or if it's just another pack. Oh no, it's okay. It's a super rare, but yeah. Anyways, those were my packs, you guys. I'm not gonna lie, these packs were kind of cool. I don't really know like what's good in this set besides a Boral Sword, but I think pulling 3 Ultras out of basically packs I got for winning is just awesome. So yeah. Anyways, you guys, that is my whole tournament report. That is the deck. That is everything. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I'm sorry again, this was such a long video, but of course I want to shout out Dank Deals, best team in the world, Hector and the crew. You guys are amazing. Shout out to my brother Johnny and Rob for your help on the deck. Shout out to everyone who just, you know, rooted me on at the tournament, supported my choice for playing this deck. I played a deck I wanted to, and it really paid off. I'm very happy I got my invite. It's not a top. It's not a real accomplishment, but it lets me know that by going with my gut and playing something I'm comfortable with, I'm always going to do better than playing something that everyone else is playing. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, be sure to show your support. Smash that like button. I'd like to get at least 50 likes on this video. If you have any questions about the deck, feel free to PM me or ask me any questions down below, and I'll be sure to, you know, explain everything to you. I think I took a really long time explaining the deck, but it was amazing, and I had a great tournament experience. But yeah, hope you guys enjoyed it, and I will see you guys soon with more content. YCS 200th is coming up. Hopefully we get a new ban list. I'll definitely still be playing this deck, though, because I don't think any cards will get hit. But anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed it. Give it a thumbs up, and thank you for watching.